I love it because when I was reading about darkness and light, it says that darkness is the polar opposite of brightness. See, Jesus is calling us. He has a call on us. The power of his light isn't that we would just be a light or something that just kind of flashes, but that there would be brightness that is the complete opposite of darkness. And that's what he calls us to. So I know that we could probably all agree that we're called to be his light. And I think that some of us think, if I'm his light, that wherever I go, I'll radiate his light. When I was talking about this, kind of going over this message with Jay, we were sitting at Starbucks. I'm not Starbucks, excuse me, at True Coffee, and I said, well, what does it mean to be his light? What does it mean? How are we his light? And Jay was giving me kind of standard, biblical answers, but I really genuinely meant that. What does it mean to be his light? Does that mean that we know that we've read in the Bible and we know that, or if maybe you don't know, but I believe that we kind of leak out kind of what's inside of us. So I believe that as we go and we carry the power of Jesus Christ with us, that the more that we're filling up, the more we're being overflowed and refilled with the Spirit and feeding and kind of absorbing all of who he is into us, I believe that we can radiate and leak out who he is. But I believe to be his light, we actually have to be intentional. That just because we're believers, that doesn't, and we have light in us, that doesn't mean that we are light. In the instances where darkness is, you actually always have to have the action of turning on light, right? You turn on the light switch when you're going into the room. Or as I was mentioning with the police department, they don't drive everywhere with their light on. They're always equipped with light, right? Whether it's their lights, and we've all seen the red and blue lights, whether it's their lights on top of their cop car, whether it's the light, their spotlight that they have, or whether it's their flashlight. All those lights have to be activated. Just because they have them doesn't mean they're functioning in the light. And I believe that he really is calling us to be activated as light bearers, that we would bear his light wherever we would go, that we would choose to activate and respond and be the light, and not just say we're the light, not just say we're followers of Christ, but do what it takes so that we are actively every day choosing to turn on our light switch within ourselves.